So today we are going to discuss cognitive ability. It is one of the 3-star reports that we produce at pexidest.com for you to understand your potential, your performance and your ability to deliver better results. So let's get started. Cognitive ability may be defined as a mental capability that involves the ability to reason, plan, solve problems, think abstractly, comprehend complex ideas, learn quickly, and learn from experience. In a nutshell, it is our ability to use our cognition to solve, understand, express, and explain complexity that we experience all around us. At the workplace, cognitive ability is said to hold 2 times higher potential compared to interviewing techniques and skills. 96% of organizations who use assessments use cognitive ability for shortlisting candidates. This is particularly more true for Western European nations, but is turning out to be equally true for the developing world and countries like the African nations, the Middle East, and India. So cognitive ability looks at measuring your ability to create solutions, your ability to write, read, and verbalize information, your ability to measure and research and create innovative solutions at the workplace and even in your personal life. So what is measured in cognitive ability? It is basically how do you reason with the information provided to you to be able to find solutions and deal with the complexity that's been put forward to you. So when we receive an information, the idea is to deconstruct that information using either a problem approach mindset or an innovation mindset. When we are looking at information to deconstruct from a problem approach mindset, we could be using one of the 4 reasonings, which is inductive, verbal, deductive, or abductive. However, an innovation approach is more true and found to be more enhanced when using abductive reasoning. If it is about text or language complexity, then verbal reasoning also comes into play. The use of reasoning helps us to deal with the 2 types of complexity that we have around us. One of them could be data or numerical complexity, the other could be language or text complexities. So cognitive ability at pexidest.com is used to find which kind of a reasoning capability do you hold higher and hence acts like your areas of strength, to find where would your fitment be better based on your cognition. So inductive reasoning, which deals with command over numbers, deductive reasoning, which commands not only over numbers but also using universal logic and reasoning, abductive reasoning, which is about finding new ideas and solutions using abstraction, and finally verbal reasoning, which looks at your command over language. Now, why is cognitive ability measured? Typically, it is measured for 3 core reasons. One is to understand your knowledge, which is how well versed are you with regard to the logic and the process which is typically required to solve the problem in hand. The second is the process, which means which kind of a process do you typically prefer? So do you prefer an inductive process? Do you prefer a deductive process? And what's your fluency and speed? Because while someone may take a longer time to solve a problem, for some people it may occur faster, and that might be sometimes a core need also for the organization. Let's take an example here. A cube has how many faces or sides? Is it 2? Is it 4? Is it 6? Or is it 8? On general perception, we feel that a cube would have 4 sides, or we may feel it has 8 sides, but in reality it has 6. Now this could come from either your knowledge about cubes or your ability to abstractly comprehend a cube and understand it. So how does this play out? This is where cognitive intelligence plays a major role. Cognitive intelligence is considered as one of the core components of human intellect. This intelligence can be broken into 2 parts. One is crystallized intelligence and the other is fluid intelligence. Crystallized intelligence is where you have gathered experiences and out of that forms memory, and hence you use the memory to use or apply your reasoning capability in solving a problem. Whereas fluid intelligence is about abstract or induced reasoning, where you may not have experienced and yet you know how to solve it based on your command over abstract ideas. Cognitive ability is said to be a great predictor of workplace performance. We have seen a lot of work behavior is based on your ability to solve problems, because while there could be the monotony of work, there could also be the need for solving complex issues at work. And with the dynamic ways of the world changing, it becomes more and more important that we are able to solve problems effectively using the right kind of reasoning. But cognitive ability can solve issues of problem solving but not attitudes. That is where competency comes to play a big role. So if you want to understand how to improve your cognitive ability, one of the good ways is to look at either numbers and understand the logic in which these numbers could be used, the way shapes could be used along with numbers, along with language or information, to find answers to problems that you face at your everyday levels. That could be a great way to begin. Also, you could do a lot of reasoning tests. You could look at a varied amount of subjects to understand and improve your memory and your understanding about the different things that are required at the workplace and also for your personal life. And finally, you could also do a lot of multivariate learning rather than only being interested in topics and subjects which interest you. I hope you find this interesting, and we look forward to you improving your cognitive ability. One of the core things to remember at the end is that if you want to know your own level and find how do you benchmark against fellow colleagues, use the Pexitext cognitive ability assessment to find what you are good at and how good are you at it. I hope that makes a lot of improvement for you, and see you for the next session, which would be about competency. Thank you so much.